Who is the best creator in Geometry Dash? We have players such as Viper with the most creator points, but we also have creators that make super object heavy levels that can't get more than a rate because of how laggy they are. The point system is on screen now, so let's just dive right into this. One of the most obvious candidates is Viper, who, as I just mentioned, is the current #1 creator on the leaderboard. Although this is really only because of his ability to have produced the same level over and over again in 1.7, as well as his sweet desire for creator points. Not to say that Viper is a bad creator, but the best? Well, his solo levels are charming but fail to compare to his mega collabs. He's evolved his style over time but hasn't expanded in too many other realms. I would say he gets full points in playability though, since his levels are playable on pretty much any device. We don't have much to go off of seeing as he doesn't make solo levels anymore, but I think the score I gave him is fair. Serpunch is the current second creator, and he is a lot like Viper except being a lot more diverse. While mostly known for his minigames, which are diverse on their own, he has made standalone levels in many different styles. Likewise, his trigger usage is also phenomenal. While I don't think it can compare to some others such as Sputnik's, Serpunch was one of the first to make minigame and trigger-based levels. Seriously, he even made a working save system in the game. Serpunch's score looks pretty hard to beat, posing a challenge for others we analyze in this video. Funny Game is another obvious pick. However, one thing we need to note is that the Funny Game we saw in 2.0 is not the same Funny Game we see in 2.1. Funny Game quit the game in late 2.0. He gave his account to someone called GeoGame. While their styles are similar, 2.1 Funny Game's levels don't seem to live up to what 2.0 Funny Game accomplished. While their levels are diverse, they are not as much as Serpunch's are. Their gameplay is pretty good, although trigger usage and playability is where they fall apart because of not using many triggers in ways like Serpunch, while also having some laggy levels. Unfortunately, I eventually started to hit blanks. Most creators on the creators leaderboard nowadays are just irrelevant creator point grinders that wouldn't fit in this list. So I asked my viewers for help and wow, you guys delivered. One of the most mentioned creators was Sputnik's, who amazed the community thanks to levels like Howl and Dim, and whatever this is. Like seriously, how do I complete this? Although he has also made many diverse traditional levels, so his stats will be a lot like Serpunch, however with an obvious difference in playability. Since a lot of Sputnik's newer levels are very object heavy and laggy, points will have to be taken off in the playability statistic. This gives Sputnik's a total score of, whoa, just 3 points behind Serpunch. Wow, Serpunch really is going to be hard to surpass. Some other suggestions I received are as follows. Enzor is a creator I didn't remember until I found out they were the decorator of Layak, which is a really outstanding level. However, looking at their other levels, they don't seem to have gone too far from this design style. A-Typer is really talented in the art scene, making some incredible levels with fantastic animations and boss fights, such as this happy fella. Oh. I couldn't find anything else, so their score will probably be similar to Enzor, but with some extra points taken off the playability stat because of lag. Optical was a solid creator in the modern style, but he doesn't exceed in many other aspects. I'll up his originality score though, since he was one of the first few creators to make modern levels. Oh, and he also started that whole Levolution thing. Finding someone to rival Serpunch would prove to be a hard challenge. So far, Sputnik's would be the only creator in sight that could even compare to him, so it seemed that he would surely be the clear winner. Although I quickly got more recommendations. Zendergame is a super talented creator known for his boss fight levels. However, he also excels in many other styles, being able to create a quality level regardless of the theme. While Serpunch is a great creator, I would say that Zendergame is able to execute his designs just a little bit better than him. So have we finally found someone able to surpass Serpunch? Unfortunately, no, being just 1 point behind him because their levels can be a little laggy. I know that Zender creates on mobile, but their levels can just be a little laggy at times. I had it set in my mind that Serpunch was the best creator, not having anyone be able to outdo him. However, as good a creator as he is, I thought there would surely be others that could beat his score. In order to find creators able to rival Serpunch, I needed to turn towards the greatest levels in the game, from Divine Demons to other masterpieces. The most obvious Divine level to come to mind is Astral Divinity. Nubbleboy is a talented creator, being able to execute his ideas well, although his style hasn't spread too far. Because of this, his score is too far off to rival Serpunch. One level I really liked was Zenith by HJ Fod. While being his only level, unless you count this, it executes multiple different themes and ideas. His score is pretty much the same as Nubbleboy, except with a lowered originality score since some parts in Zenith are heavily inspired by other levels. It was clear that going down this route was not going to get me anywhere, since while the creators may exceed at execution, they fall apart in playability, not to mention that these creators mostly only have 1 or 2 good levels to go off of. However, while trying to think of more creators, this comment inspired me. While Jax was a solid creator, I wouldn't call him the best. His levels were nice, though nothing too incredible. However, maybe there is a creator who no longer creates, and maybe they can rival Serpunch. MaJackO was a talented creator for the time, creating very artistic designs with the limited objects he could use. They also have a lot of levels to go off of. And one thing that is made very clear is that creators from around their time get a free 10 out of 10 in playability thanks to the absence of super laggy effects and glow that we have nowadays. MaJackO has a really good score for their time, although there is one notable stat creators like them do not do well in. being trigger usage. Because, well, back then there weren't really any real triggers in the game yet. Also, gameplay back then wasn't as good as it typically is nowadays, so they lose points there as well. So if these old critters mainly lose points in the trigger usage category, what if there was a critter who had the best of both worlds, being a classic critter who is still around today? Well, I'll say hello to Vismuth. Vismuth created numerous levels in 1.6, 1.7, and 1.8, but also has more modern levels. While charming, their older levels are not super spectacular, though still incredibly underrated. Their newer levels are solid too, though nothing super significant. Fortunately, Vismuth's levels are unique enough to warrant extra points in that category, featuring unique designs in each level, and wow, he has a very solid score. Unfortunately, still not enough to rival Serpunch, so I need to keep looking elsewhere. Even after searching through all these niches of creators, it truly seemed that no one could surpass Serpunch. So maybe he was the best creator. But then I remembered a level. A level that truly astonished myself and the community. A level where you traverse on a mission. A level with fantastic decoration and gameplay. Of course, we are talking about Megalodon by Subwoofer. Subwoofer has made fantastic and diverse artistic levels previously, but this level is without a doubt his peak and what gives him a score to rival Serpunch. With his fantastic gameplay that ties so well with his decoration, as well as being clean and not laggy, Subwoofer does seem to be the perfect creator, having a score that actually surpasses Serpunch. While lacking in trigger usage, Subwoofer's talent for fun gameplay and high playability helps him to surpass Serpunch. So have we finally found the best creator? Well, almost. There is one creator who we have failed to mention, one who has a better total score than Subwoofer, someone with incredible artistic talent. Rafer keeps astonishing the community over and over again. While having really fun levels previously, his winning Monster Gauntlet contest entry Slam amazed the community because of its intricate decoration alongside its incredible gameplay. In fact, Rafer's gameplay is so incredible, even Rodop himself has commented on it. Insilico astonished the community once again, this time with Rafer approaching it with a more artsy theme, proving that he can execute multiple styles. And to further his legacy, he released Sky Tower, improving on Insilico in every way, which we thought could not be any better. Also, notice how I took off an originality point in Subwoofer's score. Well, that's just because of how similar Megalodon is to Insilico and Sky Tower, furthering their impact. With all this taken into consideration, I feel this score I gave Rafer is fitting. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you like my content, and also the point system and format of this video is inspired by MatMart, so definitely consider checking him out. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic day, as always.